So today I had a very interesting conversation and I wanted to put together a bit of an explainer video on what is the difference between an LLM like Claude or OpenAI and agentic AI that uses those LLMs as intelligence layers.
All right, let's talk AI. Something massive is happening right now. We're taking this incredible leap from the AI we're all used to, the ones that just talk to us, like chatbots, to a new kind of AI that can actually do stuff in the world. So today, we're going to break down that exact jump from large language models to what's called agentic AI. So to get our heads around this, let's use a really simple scenario. Imagine you're driving and suddenly you hear that noise. You know the one, that clunking, grinding sound that just screams trouble. Now, you've got two different AI assistants on standby. The one you choose to call, well, that decision pretty much explains the entire future of AI. So let's meet your two AI mechanics. They have completely different ways of tackling your car trouble, and that's going to show us everything we need to know about these two types of AI. Okay, so you've got two choices. On one side, there's the LLM mechanic. Let's call this one the know-it-all. Its whole process is built around a simple idea: ask and answer. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. But then, on the other side, you've got the agentic mechanic, the doer. Its philosophy is totally different. Goal and execute. You give it a goal, and it figures out how to make it happen. And that, right there, is the fundamental split we're exploring. First up, let's get to know our LLM mechanic. This is the kind of AI most of us have already played around with, probably in the form of a chatbot. So think of the LLM mechanic as the best automotive consultant in the world. I mean, it's basically read and memorized every single repair manual, every forum post, every technical schematic ever written. You can describe that weird noise in perfect detail, and it'll process what you've said and shoot back a flawless, step-by-step guide on how to diagnose and fix the car yourself. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. The LLM is a master of information, but it's a text-in, text-out system. It can generate the most brilliant instructions you've ever seen, but it doesn't have any hands. It can't actually pick up a wrench and do the repair. This quote from OWASP.org absolutely nails it. It says, language models can't take actions, they just output text. Agents, on the other hand, are systems that decide what actions to take, and then they actually execute them. That distinction is what brings us to our second mechanic. All right, now let's meet the agentic mechanic. This is where things get really, really interesting. This is where the future of AI is headed. See, the agentic mechanic is a true problem solver. You don't ask it how to fix the car. You just give it the goal: fix the car. It's designed to work on its own, to take that big, high-level goal and break it down into a whole series of actions to get it done. I mean, that sounds a bit like magic, doesn't it? How does an AI possibly go from just talking about something to actually doing it? What's the secret sauce here? What's the mechanism that gives it this incredible new power? Well, the secret isn't some single magical breakthrough. It's actually a really powerful repeating cycle. This is the engine that makes agentic AI run. It's called the agentic loop, and it's basically a four-step cycle that just keeps repeating: perceive, reason, act, and observe. The agent gathers information, thinks about a logical next step, takes an action, and then, this is key, it sees what happened. The real magic isn't in getting it right the first time. It's this constant ability to learn, adjust, and try again. So let's go back to our car. The agentic mechanic first perceives that strange noise. Then it reasons, okay, based on that sound, it could be the alternator. So it decides to act. It accesses a diagnostic tool to test the alternator's voltage. Then it observes the reading from that tool. Now, if the voltage is low, its new plan becomes replace the alternator. But if the voltage is fine, it loops back around, reasoning, okay, not the alternator, what's next? And it starts a whole new cycle. So what exactly are an agent's tools? Well, instead of a physical wrench, it uses digital ones. Things like APIs, which are just ways for different pieces of software to talk to each other. Let it search the web, pull data from a database, run a piece of code, or even connect to other applications. This whole idea is what gives the agent its hands to actually interact with the digital world. Okay, so we've got a talking mechanic and a doing mechanic. We get the how behind this whole agentic loop. But what's the so what? Why is the shift such a huge deal? This is way more than just a cool new feature. We are fundamentally moving from a world where AI helps us find answers to a world where AI can complete entire complex jobs for us. It's literally the difference between getting a recipe and having a robot actually cook dinner for you. This just unlocks a whole new category of tasks that were impossible for a simple chatbot. An agent can be given a goal like, hey, book my multi-city business trip, and it'll go off and search for flights, compare hotels, and check all your calendars. Or it could handle a massive technical project like moving a database, or even crazier, debugging its own code, trying out fixes over and over until everything passes. Now, with all of this incredible power to act on its own, a really important question comes up. Where do we fit in? What's the human's role in this new picture? This quote from Multiply AI really just hits the nail on the head. Just because an agent can work by itself doesn't mean it should work without any supervision. Human oversight isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. We have to remember these agents can still mess up. A tiny mistake early on in a process can snowball into a massive problem down the line. So, keeping a human in the loop to review and approve the key steps acts as a critical safety net. It's how we make sure the agent stays on track, catching errors before they get out of hand, and making sure its powerful actions actually align with what we wanted in the first place. And that leaves us with one final and, I think, critical question. As these AI agents get more and more capable, running through their loops faster than any human ever could, what's the one essential job left for us? It's not about doing the work anymore. It's about defining what work is worth doing. Our role is to set the destination, define the values, and provide the purpose. Thanks for listening.
Visit autoagentic.ai to learn more.